According to the study of about 11 million UK job vacancy listings between 2018 and 2024, the demand for AI has risen dramatically. The university degrees required for that role declined by about 15%. Let's be honest, there used to be a time whereby education, professional degrees was a thing, but now that is a thing of the past. The ship has long sailed. So now you need a skill if you need to survive in the next economy. Fear stops a lot of people from taking action. And taking action is what so many people lack. So we have desires to do something, right? But fear is always in the way for you to accomplish your goals. That is why we still have very few content creators who are making it, if you ask me, compared to the billions of people we have on this planet. It clearly shows that there's still a large margin of people who are afraid to make videos, who are afraid to get criticized, who are afraid that people are going to talk, people are going to say, oh, are you a blogger? Are you a content creator now? At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because you're doing this for you. You're doing it for your own happiness. You're doing it for yourself. Educators like myself who actually teach people how to acquire skills, how to grow in an industry, like specifically, I teach art, I teach design, and for me, this is what gives me joy. This is what gives me meaning, purpose to do something out of life. So you have to find something you're passionate about. You need to find something that is worth your time and worth your life. At the end of the day, you can have all the money in the world and still not be happy. I hope you guys don't forget this. There are a lot of rich people out there who are not happy, but there are a lot of people who just do what they love and they're the most happiest people on the planet. Yeah, it feels weird. It feels really weird talking to an inanimate object and expecting people to understand who you are through this inanimate object. I mean, it's crazy. But the more you keep doing this, the more you keep recording, practicing, the more it becomes easy. It becomes fluid. It becomes more transactional. And when I mean transactional, I mean it becomes more of you giving value and someone giving you something in return. It could be a like, it could be a subscription, it could be a comment, it could be a share, it could be even money. So yeah, I believe making content should be transactional, and at the same time, it should be about impact. It should be about happiness. It should be about you fulfilling something deep down inside of you really want to do out of your life. So at the end of the day, just pick up the damn camera and film. But this doesn't always apply to everybody. So I mean, not everybody's cut out for talking to the camera. Not everybody should even make content. Like I said in my previous video, you can see it above the screen right here. So there are other roles you can do. There are other things you can do. There are a lot of people who have made money from makeup. There are a lot of people who have made money from costumes, making costumes for content creators. So there are a lot of things you can do. You just have to find what you're good at and learn the necessary skills to leverage on. We thought that we were programmed to go to school, graduate, become something, have a profession, have a family, raise kids, retire. And we were even delusional to think that after retirement, we're going to travel around the world or have our times to ourselves. I don't know how people saw that, but it was always something I never believed in. I always believed that if you want to live life, you need to start doing the things you're passionate about. It doesn't really matter how long it's going to take, but I always believe the living, when I mean living life, is in the process of exploring, going for adventures, trying new things, trying things you don't understand, on learning to learn the things you knew. And for me, this is life. I wasn't one to think I would be in an office or be in a box for almost 80% of my life. I was never this type of person. So ever since I was a kid, I've always had an entrepreneurial mindset. And I want to advise a lot of people out there that entrepreneurship is not something you should be afraid of. Entrepreneurship is basically you just challenging yourself against the norm and you telling yourself that, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it no matter what. I'm going to do it. So just do it. I accept that. Just do it, because at the end of the day, what's the worst that can happen in the other side? So let's be honest, it doesn't really matter if you have a degree or not, because now we live in a skills economy. You need to have top tier skills, mid-level skills, lower skills to actually make it into this world. And I'm going to share a bit about how you can navigate your way around this. So let's go. Let's be honest, guys. I remember when skills used to be something that you don't talk about, you only hear about it because it's usually surrounded by the perception that you need to be talented to have a skill. Well, gone are those days. Now you can have a skill, you can go to school, you can use the skill to actually set up a business, a company, or actually go search for a job now. Unlike before you needed a very academic portfolio before you're going to be taken seriously. But I'm so happy that I'm living in a time whereby skills are the main goal and the main thing people want to see. Globally, an estimated 450 young people lack the necessary skills to land a good job or actually be an entrepreneur or maybe start up a business of their own. And this signals a very huge gap in the market. So I'm going to share with you the meaning of skill. I'm pretty sure you've been hearing this as a buzzword in today's world everywhere, not just online, even offline. But do people really understand what skills are? In case if you don't know what skills are, a skill is the ability for you to do something very well. And it basically is broken into three parts. So there are three types of skills. There are human skills, conceptual skills, and technical skills. Technical skills are the ability to perform specific tasks. It's quite often learned through training and education. Examples include software proficiency, operating a machine, or data analysis. They are particularly important for lower level managers, and this is becoming a trend in today's world. So the next type of skill is a human skill or the interpersonal skill. And these abilities involve working with and actually motivating people. It's also important in leadership roles, which is essential at all levels of management. They include communication, collaboration, and inspiration. The next one is conceptual skills. This is the ability to think, to reason, to solve problems, and see the organization as a whole. They are most important for top-level managers who need to make decisions and see the relationship between different parts of a business. And most big companies like Facebook, Amazon, and Google actually employ people for these specific roles. Let's go back to the main market and why these skills are necessary. So today, things have kind of pivoted from the way things were in the past, and now we have more AI automation and remote working skills that are in high demand. Sometimes I feel people never really take things seriously, and we're living in a golden age, and I feel so excited to be alive today to actually witness this trend. In my earlier years, I always advocated for skill acquisition, and I always didn't like the traditional educational system. This is why when I think I was in a secondary school. In case if people don't know what a secondary school is, like a high school in the Western world, because I grew up in Africa. So in secondary school, you have to choose a path. You start off from generalizing all the subjects, and then when you get to another phase of the education system, you have to define which path you want to go. It's either you choose the sciences, the arts, or you choose other. I think it should be commercial. I don't even know. I've forgotten. But anyway, you need to choose a path. And I didn't really like the idea of choosing a path because you can actually do anything. The most important thing is having basic skills that should be able to push you to achieve your goals. So the job market isn't the same as it was 10 years ago. I mean, we've moved from qualification-based hiring to proof-based hiring. And today we live in a world of automation, AI, and remote work. Employers don't just want someone with a certificate anymore. They want someone who can actually solve problems for them. And this is a trend. This is actually a good thing for those who don't have the resources to actually go to formal education. I mean, this is the time for people like you to jump on this trend and try to change your life in a good way. Whether you're a designer, marketer, or a programmer, the real value is in how well you can adapt, learn, and deliver results really fast. And when I mean really fast, I mean in the speed of the lightning. Because with the rise of chatbots, AI, people can just jump on any AI platform to get answers really quick. So for you to stand out, you need to be very good at what you do, and you need to be able to deliver solutions very fast. Just have a portfolio where you can build your work and you can show employers that this is what you've been doing for a very long time. Let me give you a few examples. Google and Tesla have both said publicly that they don't require a college degree to get hired. What they care about is the skill to be quick about bringing solutions, and the skill to adapt really quickly in any environment you find yourself. There are video editors and creative directors working for global brands who never went to film school. They just kept practicing, posting their work on social media, and improving as they go, just like myself. I never went to a traditional film school. I practically learned online, and I practiced outdoor and took a couple of projects that refined my skills, and today I can actually boast of showing a portfolio that is standard enough for me to get hired anywhere in the world. Most of these companies don't bother anymore about your educational background. In summary, what I'm trying to highlight today is the importance of personal growth, skill acquisition, and moving at the pace you think is comfortable for you. But if you're looking at the traditional education, I don't think it's going to be best for you to go down that path anymore, because the world has changed. So instead of spending a lot of years studying medicine or studying something you're not interested in, I'm not saying that people who are interested in medicine shouldn't go study medicine. I'm just saying, before, a lot of people went to the school and had traditional education out of fear, out of your parents telling you what to do or what to become. A lot of those things happened in my time when I was a kid. And I remember when I used to be in the sciences. Science is one of the subjects that I really loved so much. But along the line, I decided that even though I had love for science, I didn't really have the passion for it. So that was when I decided to pivot into music and arts. And I remember when I said that to my parents, I was like called names. I was told I was throwing my life away. I was told that why do I want to waste my life? Because then no one understood the power of skill. I think the year people started realizing skill was a thing was when people started earning good money from it. Although people who had skills have always earned money, but many of them didn't really have a platform to showcase their skills. And that is why today I'm so grateful for YouTube, and I'm grateful for TikTok, and I'm grateful for most of all these social platforms that empower people to show their skills. Gone are those days whereby you were very talented, you were very skilled, and you were just known in your local community. But now, if you have something special, if you have something you're interested in, you're good at, you can pick up your phone and you can stream it, you can air it to 1 billion people. How cool is that? I mean, this is free advertising. Imagine if it was 1990s and you wanted to advertise to 1 billion people. Do you know how much that would cost? I mean, a regular person would never ever dream about advertising to 1 billion people for nothing. It's crazy. But We still live in a world people are scared to make videos. I mean, if you know you're looking for money, if you know you don't like your job, if you know you don't like your lifestyle, you don't like where you are in life right now, I would bet on myself if I were you. It's just an advice, but I'm not a professional consultant. I'm just telling you my own story. I would always bet on myself. I would advise to bet on yourself. Take a bet on your dreams, take a bet on your goals, and learn the basic education you need to succeed in that industry you find yourself in. It could be robotics, it could be AI, it could be arts, it could be design, it could be anything. But please have some basic education about it. And if it requires more skills, you need to learn those skills if you want to climb up the ladder. So these are just a few tips of mine today, and I hope I've been able to share something with someone out there to encourage them to make a better decision for their lives and acquire more skills necessary to push their dreams forward. If you are good with cooking, if you're good with writing music, like a songwriter, you're usually not seen, you're usually not known, but you still have a good income coming in, right? So this is what I'm saying, that alone is a skill. And a lot of people, a lot of companies would employ you for this skill. At the end of the day, if you don't have any skill at all in this world, you're going to suffer, man. No doubt. I'm just telling you the truth. But anyway, I hope I've been able to impact something in you, and I've been able to share with you some insights about why you need to learn a skill, why you need to do it right now, and why the world doesn't wait anymore for degrees. You need to learn a skill. You need to leverage on that skill. You need to build your portfolio. You need to grow. You need to build yourself the pace you feel comfortable with. I hope you guys click like and subscribe to my channel. So these are a few tips of mine, and I hope I've been able to help someone out there. I hope that you're going to make better decisions on how you can acquire more skills to push your dreams going forward. So see you guys another time. Peace out.